Set y'all up here. Can't really play the music I want to play on the live. So let's see. Okay, I'm trying to set the speaker up. Let me turn the Bluetooth on. It's hard to see. Yeah, hello everybody that's watching. I see we got 4 people on. I'm trying to get the Bluetooth connected to the speaker. Let's see. We got this Tron Smart speaker. Who's a sponsor. It's really nice though, and I'm pretty sure it's waterproof. But it's pretty loud. It sounds really good quality. It's a Tron Smart. Getting a little dusty. Should be connected. Speaker's on 40%. So I gotta find a playlist. So gonna try to plant some watermelon today. We're gonna try to expand the watermelon. We've got around 50 watermelon planted so far. I'm just gonna plant a lot of watermelon, and then we'll see how dry it gets and how much we can actually water them, how much water we actually have. But if we have to, we may stop watering some of them. But I got a good feeling we'll be able to maintain it. But we got about 200 watermelon plants. I'm gonna try to plant. I don't know if I'm gonna plant that many, but I'm gonna see how many I can fit in this field. And if I can't fit all of them over there, I'm gonna have to I don't know, I have to figure out where else I can maybe put them. There's some other places I've been thinking about. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I was thinking about doing 8 rows. If I can fit 8 rows, I gotta measure how long it is, how wide it is. So I'm gonna space the rows about 6 feet apart, and then the watermelons within the row will probably be about 4 feet or maybe 5 feet apart. And then, so I gotta see how many rows I can fit over here. The ground is really nice back in here. I thought it was harder, but it's actually kind of nice in that low spot. But I think it's more clay up here. So depending on how hard the ground gets in a certain area, well, that'll determine how many rows I can fit. But if I can fit 8 rows, I think I can plant all of them. Try the reggae playlist. Let me see. bit of that. So y'all see Coco with us today. She keep getting out the camera. So I gotta go get the tiller. It's over in the sorghum field over here. So it's too far to bring the live. Might turn the music down. I want to be blasting at neighbors. So I had to fill up the tire. The tire was getting messed up. For some reason the seal had opened and the air came out. But we got this Vito Man. It's an air compressor and some different stuff. You can connect a battery charger, which is nice. But I was able to get it sealed. It should be good. I got to put it back on the tiller, and then I'm gonna bring it back over here. But the Wi-Fi is too far where the sorghum field is at, so I won't be able to bring the phone. I could try to see how far I can go though. But yeah, so I can carry all this stuff. Hopefully I left that pin over there. We'll see. But so this will be the watermelon field over here, or at least one of them. We're gonna have hopefully two of them. So we got plastic mulch over here. We probably won't use for the plants, but I'm gonna go get the tiller and I'll be right back. See how far I can go. So the sorghum field is just over there. So I'll be right back. So I think I found where that armadillo might live. I see him over there. He's under that cedar tree. All right, so I ran into an issue with the tiller. Let's see the chat first. Hello everybody that's watching. We got 22 people. See Liz is on here. Marticus. See Monique said, will Nay be joining today? She might be. She was up early watering stuff, so she's tired right now, but she might end up coming out here. It's pretty hot today. The high is 95 and it's humid. Said I'm a style living. But yeah, she might come out depending on how long the live goes. But the tiller is not starting. When I had it laid on its side to take the tire off. And you're really not supposed to lay it on its side because the fuel, I'm pretty sure the fuel might have gotten the engine or something. So I got the dolly. I'm gonna see if I can roll it over here because you got to turn it on to get it to move. So I'm gonna use the dolly to see if I can bring it over here and work on it. So I got the dolly because the tiller is real heavy. I'm gonna move it over closer to the house. Might have better connection. So this is how it is usually when you try to get something done and then you run into issues. People don't realize how much time it takes to get stuff done. It takes a lot of work, but hopefully it'll be a simple fix. I'm pretty sure it's because it was laying on its side for a while. See if I can so I got it in the shade over here by Blue. Yeah, boy. No, Blue, he don't like the heat. So, yeah, I just got to get the wrench and got to take the spark plug off. So I was trying to pull it to start, and whatever you call it, the drawstring, it's not pulling. So I'm pretty sure the engine might have got fuel in it, or the engine might have flooded, because I had it laying on its side, and I tried not to do it too long, but I did too long. So let me get y'all a closer look. You can probably hear me better. Yeah, hopefully it'll be a simple fix. It could be something's flooded, but it's like a hydraulic lock. The engine will lock up. I don't know, oil could have got in it also. Take the spark plug off. Hard to reach in there. See how well y'all can see. So that's the spark plug here. I'm not sure what size it is. Let's see if I got the wrench. All right, so got the socket wrench. Check the chat. See Daryl Yahoo said, hello neighbors, I live in Owasso and I've been watching you guys for a year now. Love what you're doing. Would like to purchase some of your crops when you have some for sale. Yeah, we like to, we'll be out more in the Tulsa area selling our watermelon. Probably around August. It'll be more likely in August if everything goes well. At least for the watermelon. And we may be selling some other things too. But yeah, we'll definitely let everybody know. Charlie said good afternoon. So I got the socket wrench and I got a few sockets Let's see if it fits. I might need an extension. So I need one bigger. So yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find the right size. I need one bigger that's long. I feel like I have one somewhere, but I'm not sure. So yes, I live in Oklahoma. We'll stay tuned and purchase watermelons. I know several people that would like to purchase from you guys. Yeah, we appreciate it. Owasso is a really nice area. But yeah, it's not far. We're pretty much neighbors. I'm gonna see if I got one in the truck. I might have used it for something. So let's see. I'll be got one big enough. All right, so I might have found the right one. Probably use this one. Daily hassles of really just working, farming. I could have had several rows done, but instead I got to figure out how to fix this. So then I got to find where I put everything. We got our tools scattered, so I'm trying to organize better. But this one should work. There's a better one though. I also found the extension. It'll be easier. I'm gonna just use this one. This one should work. Hopefully. Get y'all closer so y'all can be here with me. So I also have a sprained wrist, so try not to use it too much. So all that just to take out this little spark plug. So I'm afraid the engine might have gotten in somewhere. I was looking up what may have caused it. Either the fuel got in the engine, but it looks like the oil. Really, I had it tipped over. I shouldn't have tipped it over, but I had to tip it over to get the wheel off. So I don't get why it's the design, but it's hard to see. But the spark plug's got oil on it, so oil did get in there. So I'm gonna have to clean this off. And it looked like oil got in the air filter also. So I think there's a cylinder that the oil got into, because I had it laid on its side. Really, I had it laid on its side for too long. I forgot it was sitting there. And I'll be right back. This off and then figure out what to do with that. So a lot of people wonder how I learned how to do this stuff. Really, I just asked ChatGPT and just do research. But also, I've dealt with this with the excavator several times. I've had to do this. I've had similar issues with the excavator getting moisture in it. If I leave it out, and it'll rain or something. So what it's saying is, it seems like the oil. I laid it on the wrong side. I might have been able to lay it on, I think, this side. I should have laid it over this side, but it would have been hard to get the wheel off. But anyway, oil got in the air filter. And I guess there's a crankcase that the oil got into. And so let's try to clean. I cleaned off the spark plug. It had oil all in it, which is a sign that oil had overfilled it. And then there's oil in the air filter. It's not really too much. So this is the stuff that happens every day. And I usually don't film it because it's just a hassle. So it's nice being live. You can see the types of things you deal with. Because sometimes I'll film it, but a lot of the times I just try to get it done. It already is time consuming, and I don't always have storage space. So a lot of times I won't film it. May leave that off for now. Let's see. So since the oil spilled, let me make sure the oil level is still good. For me, it's always hard checking the oil because it's kind of. I think it's all right though. With the spark plug out, but when I tried to pull it earlier, it was locked. It's a hydraulic lock. When oil or water gets in there, to keep the engine from getting damaged, it'll lock itself. And yeah, I see oil. Yeah, I can see oil in there. That's just a lot of oil. Let me get I have to move off the queue. So it's kind of on a slope. Might be a little more level now, but I see oil coming out. I might have to end up draining it. Okay, so I have the spark plug out. I'm gonna pull it. It was locked, And so by taking the spark plug out, it should hopefully not be locked anymore, if that was the issue. So if you saw that, it's not locked. Before I couldn't pull it, but if you notice, all that oil and stuff came out, so it might be fuel and oil in there. So let's try to catch it. So let me get this just in case anything drips. But try to manage the runoff. You have to pay attention. Living off grid out here, the way we manage our land and our water, we collect the runoff, and so we have to be aware of the chemicals we use, because it can go in the runoff, which is why we like having plants and weeds and grass, trying to get the grass to grow throughout the trenches, because that runoff is what we use for our irrigation and our animals. So you can kind of see, well, I don't know if you can see on the live, but the oil coming out of it, it's mist. So now I'm just getting it out. I've had to do the same thing on the excavator. That's why I started putting it in the high tunnel when I'm not using it, because sometimes I'll leave it out and then we'll get a random burst of rain, and all it takes is a little rain to get in there. And really it's because I took the exhaust off of it, and I took the back off of it to keep it from overheating. But the exhaust actually knocked it off. And so with the exhaust, I gotta build a new one on there. I want to build a better one. I didn't like the exhaust anyway. But with the exhaust off, the rain gets in the exhaust system easier. So I keep the excavator in the high tunnel to keep the rain from getting in it. But pretty soon I'll be taking it out. So that's another reason we'll need a really big shop building eventually. I'll just keep pulling it until I don't see any more mist. I'm trying to get it to dry out. I might have to change the oil, because I don't know if fuel could have gotten in the oil. I'm not sure. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. People don't realize what goes into doing these things. They're just like, oh, why don't you just do that? And it's like, we already putting in work doing this stuff. And I got a sprained wrist. But it's easier pulling it with my right hand. I try to exercise my wrist a little bit each day anyway, to get stronger. So by pulling it, it rotates the cylinder and it gets the oil out of it. And And I didn't know how to do any of this stuff. I'm still learning. So it seems like it's out. Let's see if I can put it back in there. So the filter also got oil on it. So if you just joined, I was trying to plant some watermelon. And of course you run into issues living out here, starting a farm, living off grid. So the tiller wasn't starting because I laid it on its side and oil got into the cylinder. And so now I'm replacing it where I'm getting the oil out. Put the spark plug, I took the spark plug out to get all the oil out. So let's hope it's all out. It might need an air dry for a while, I don't know. I also don't know if fuel, I don't know if the gas got in it either. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm gonna put the spark plug back on and we'll see if it starts. Before it was locked, it was a hydraulic lock. The string wasn't coming out. Because the engine locks up when it gets oil in it and moisture. So I didn't know how to do anything, but the more you work on stuff, the more you learn. So I've been learning a lot about small engines because we have a lot of small engines now on the homestead. Pretty much everything we use is a small engine. The chainsaw is a, what is it called? A 2-cycle engine, which is a small engine. Those are pretty complicated. And the excavator is another small engine. It's kind of almost like a giant lawnmower. And then the tiller, they all have pretty much the same type of engine. And so you learn a lot working on them when it's just simple basic issues, but we'll see. Hopefully that'll fix it. I don't know if it will. I don't even know if y'all can hear me, but I got the spark plug back in. Let me look at the chat. Let's see the chat. Good afternoon, Charlie. Okay, yeah. Okay, I read those ones. I see it. Yeah, I said, what up, Zay? B said, hey, what's up? Somebody said, if it's flooding with fuel, it's your carburetor. Take it off, check the float. I was explaining earlier, I laid it on its side to take the wheel off, and so oil got into the cylinder, and so I was getting the oil out of it, but the carburetor could be flooded too if fuel might have got in it. But we'll see if the carburetor, I don't know. I know for sure it was the oil got in the cylinder though. The carburetor could also be flooded with fuel. I'll check that if it still doesn't work. But I'm hoping this will fix it. Yeah, Liz Pope said, living off grid is filled with trial and error. It tends to allow you to troubleshoot things. So you see Blue is making it to his little dog house, I think. I don't know, I'm shy in the sun, but I'm guessing he's gonna go in his little house because he'd be pretty hot. So I want to build him something. He's got this little thing. Really, this was, I can't remember what we put him in there during the winter. I want to build him something that's kind of in the ground so he can go in the ground. I'm shocked he's laying in the sun right now. Is he trying to be near me? But yeah, it's trial and error. Everything's trial and error. So, but I got the spark plug back in there. I'm gonna reconnect it, and hopefully we'll see. so narrow. Whew. Here's a moment of truth. If that fixed it or if it's something else. Also, the fuel could have flooded it also. Turn it on. All right, it's a moment of truth. Let's see. So it's got to get the smoke back up. And so it's got to get the smoke out because it had oil in it. So the oil is going to burn off. But it started up pretty good. And so I'm going to let the oil burn off. I'm going to let it idle for a little while. While it's doing that, I'm going to just clean up this mess I just made. And so while it's burning off still, I'm gonna go put this up. All right, so it should be good. Should be pretty good. So you see how something simple like that can take a lot of your time, especially if it takes longer to fix it. So it's already almost 1:30. I'm about to reach the peak of the heat. So I was trying to get watermelon planted. I should have did this morning. I tilled up some of the sorghum rows earlier, but the tire was messed up. So the tire was flat. I didn't show that part, but I had to put the tire on it. And dealing with the tire was a hassle. It was probably more of a hassle than this was, because let me get a little further. Dealing with the tire is a hassle on the tiller because you have to get it to seal to be able to fill it back up with air. And with my wrists and stuff, it's harder. But it's already hard. I have to put the ratchet strap around the wheel. I put the ratchet strap around it to tighten it. I'll probably show it one day. I didn't want to do it on live. I don't want to jack myself up on live, but I gotta tie it with the ratchet strap and compress it to be able to fill it up with air to get it to seal. So it's kind of a hassle. And I had to get the dirt out. When it goes flat, it gets dirt in it. But let's see. But it took up a lot of my time. I'm just kind of trying to show so people can understand what goes into this, like dealing with this stuff. You put in all this work just so you can get started working. And it's 95 degrees today, so. But yeah, let's see. Yes, we can hear you. See gardening today. Say, hey, there's A and A. Said, yeah, all that blue smoke. It was oil. Yeah. It's good to use now unless you just don't want to be around the oil. The oil is just extra lubrication for the cylinder. So LOL every day. Gas going up by the drop. Yeah, I think it's almost $5 here, which ain't as bad as some places, but it's like $4.80, I think. They said, woohoo, awesome, good job. So you enjoying the live? Do you have any cutting boards for purchase? Yeah, you can go to our website at shophumbleharvest.com, and you can see which ones are available. Some sizes, some of the more unique ones we don't have, but we have a lot of round ones still. So you might want to look into putting foam in those tires. They like to go flat a lot. Yeah, I put foam in one of them, but yeah, it's just annoying. Especially, I don't like putting stuff in it because when it gets dirt in it, the foam and the slime and all that stuff gets messed up, and it just is a mess. But really, it's nice that it's working pretty well now. So I'm gonna grab the speaker. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't go flat again. This is probably the second time we've had a flat since we've owned it. It's been over a year now. So yeah, those little tires. The rack is a good way to do it. I get let me try to read. I get the tire kind of lined up and then slam it on the ground and step on it. Yeah, it's rough dealing with the tires. But the ratchet strap, I like. It's pretty nice. But so, I'm gonna move this mulch plastic. I'm gonna see if we can expand some watermelon over here. I don't know, I was gonna till up these rows, but I could still expand. Well, let me show you all the garden. I guess I'll show you all the garden first. And bring the speaker. So I'm gonna just let that run still. Turn it up. Not gonna be able to bring it with me. I don't know how laptop's far. Okay, so we got the corn back here. We got the irrigation pond. Still looking good. We're supposed to be getting some rain, hopefully. It's a chance of rain. So this is the watermelon I planted so far. A lot of people have issues with the weeds, but I like them. As the watermelon grows, we're gonna cover these rows with mulch, so the rows themselves will be covered. We'll make sure there's no weeds in the rows. But I kind of like a little bit of weeds in between the rows because I don't want the ground to get baked the weeds kind of help shade the ground. People complain about the weeds taking moisture, but I don't think they take as much as they conserve compared to having the ground. You see where it's bare, it's dry. So that's why I like the weeds, because it's moist in here and the ground is soft. But it also attracts pollinators. This is bitter sneezeweed. It attracts beneficial insects. It's a native forb, which is a flower, but a lot of people consider it a weed. People don't like how it looks. But it smells all right. It smells nice. It attracts beneficial insects. And so the beneficial insects will help eat the pest insects. But also, as the watermelon vines start spreading out, it'll be interesting to see. They'll have something to grab onto, because the vines need to grab onto stuff for support. So it'll be interesting. I left these because they're vertical, and the watermelon vines will go horizontal. And so it's going to add a nice structure for, it's going to be like a mini ecosystem just within the watermelon patch. Having these weeds growing, the vines spreading out, it's going to be nice, because watermelons, they don't like to be baked in the sun. They like growing the melons in the shade. And so if you've seen our previous videos when we harvested our watermelon, people were wondering why we had so much grass and weeds growing, but we harvested a lot of watermelon because they grew in the shade and they grew really well. They didn't get baked. A lot of people that year, it was hot, and their watermelons got baked, but ours didn't. And so we've got 15 watermelon planted in this row. We've got 16 in this middle row, and then I got 17 in this row. So they all are doing decent. Hopefully we still got connection back here. I'll expand this row also. I'm trying to decide if I want to do this one. I might do this one first. I don't know. I still need to do some work. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna put back in here. I may try to put more watermelon if we can get to it. I try to put it in the best water areas, but yeah, so we'll see. But I do want to till up this other field, because the other field will give me an idea of if I can use it for watermelon or not. And so back in here, but if that field is, if it's too hard in certain areas, I'll end up putting the watermelon down here. And so this is our corn. We still gotta get more mulch on the rows, but you see they're doing really good, or they're doing decent. It's really interesting because it's a purple corn. It's a maize, Montana Morado, which is a purple grain corn, and it's gonna grow purple grains. If we can get this to grow well, we'll have about 75 feet of corn, 4 rows, and we can use this seed to, we're gonna save a lot of it so we can grow more next year, like we did with the sorghum. The sorghum, we grew a lot of the sorghum and we mainly just kept the seed. We didn't really do much else with it. But now we have a ton of seed, and now we can plant whole fields of it. I'm gonna try to plant at least 1 or 2 acres of sorghum total throughout the property. But this is just a small strip of corn. A lot of people might think this is big, but this is actually small scale compared to most farmers. And but we're doing more of an intensive cropping system, so we've got a lot of corn planted. You see, I don't know what's glitchy. So you see, we've spaced our corn somewhat close together. The rows are about 2 feet apart, and each corn is about 8 inches. And so they'll naturally thin out if stuff might eat on them, but it's gonna be kind of an intensive cropping area, hopefully. And so that'll be the corn. But the corn is because it's Montana Morado, it's a purple corn. Turn it down. So because it's a purple corn, it has anthocyanins and different antioxidants in it, which is really good for you. And we're gonna use it to make flour and like tortillas and tortilla chips, different stuff. But this first year, we're gonna mainly be saving seed. So right now, I'm just trying to how far out I can plant, because some of this area is kind of hard. There's more clay in the ground, and so for the watermelons I want the kind of the best soil. So some of it I will plant over there, but I'm gonna see how far out I can go. It's nice in this area, but there's still brush. Some of the stuff that I cut down is still over here, so it's gonna be roots in the ground, which isn't the best for watermelon. But I'm definitely gonna plant something up here. We got amaranth and different stuff, peanuts and different stuff we're gonna plant. So y'all see Nate joined us. Now let's see. Is what it feel like in the house?
It feels nice.
You know, I turned the AC on.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now let's see. Yeah, they got they got to see the tiller not working and all that stuff. Dang. I had to when I changed the tire, the oil got in the cylinder and stuff. Like the engine locked up. So then I had to bring the dolly over there to bring it back over here. And
there's always something not working.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to tell them. Like, it's always something. You're always dealing with something. Like, it took a lot of work just before I could even get started.
Yeah, I was seeing if you got started. I was gonna help plan.
I'm trying to. I don't know how many rows we're gonna do with watermelon here, because it kind of gets hard over there, the slope. Yeah. Let's see. But yeah, we got our website in the description. It's shophumbleharvest.com. We sell different stuff. Some of the native trees and stuff on the land, sumac. We sell some of the blackberry. We also have our cutting boards on there. Another guy said, so you might want to look into putting, oh yeah, I read that one. See, some ground clover, some ground cover clover, if you can get it to start spreading in your area. Yeah, we planted some red crimson clover and white clover. We planted that in I think the spring or the fall, and so it's actually blooming now. Dang, I don't know. It's blooming now, but since it's getting so hot, the clover is it's reaching the end of its life cycle. Let's see, Bruce. Yeah, I just fed him.
Hey, buddy.
Smiling. I don't know where he's going. It's hot over there.
He's smiling.
But so we got clover. We're trying to get it to spread throughout. We planted some native white clover and then some annual red clover, just as like a cover crop to add nitrogen to the soil. They said also, window, I seen it coming out. I didn't see it fully bloom though. They said also some short mint might be good to get growing in your area wild, but it will go wild. Yeah, we'll probably grow mint in the high tunnels, and try to keep it more contained. They said, do the woods belong to you as well? Yeah, we're on 30 acres out here in Oklahoma, Boley, Oklahoma. And so about half of that is trees. And so some of it is ours. Like these woods back in there, we have the property line right here. But then about half of our land is trees. We have about 15-acre forest that we use for firewood. And we make cutting boards out of the trees and different stuff. Oh yeah. Probably give him that feed over there if it's still in that tree. So you better go check on the sheep. So the sheep are in a different area. Yes, they do. Do you know if it's done any timber or wood milling? It'd be nice to get a, I forgot what it's called, but like a little portable wood mill. But we build some stuff with the wood, but it just takes a lot of work and time. Like these oak trees are really dense and it's real heavy. The cedar trees are heavy, so it takes a lot of work, a lot of time. Right now we're trying to plant stuff while it's planting season. We have to plant with the weather. We have to plant with the rain. We are using our own water source on the land, and so we pump water from the creek. We're building retention ponds to hold water, and then we also have a shallow well that may be promising we may be able to use. Step back some. So I'm going here. I haven't really looked at the plants in here. I might need to water them actually. Yeah, I need to water them. So I'm gonna do that first. Let me turn the tiller off. So yeah, we got everything everywhere right now. I don't know where the water hose. I guess the water hose is in here. So, I don't even remember what I was saying. Yeah, so what I was saying was the water, and so our water is we use it from the land. We don't haul water if we don't have to, which we haven't had to since we've started pumping water off the land. And so it's our water source. Water's hot, but so we have different water sources. I'm building different retention ponds throughout the property. I'm gonna have to move this. We gotta move the plastic because it keeps blowing through. We got retention ponds, we got the creek. There's a shallow well we need to connect a pump to, which we can use that as water. And so we have to manage our water on the land. And so we store it in our IBC tote tanks. And that's how we're able to water our crops. And so you're gonna need a lot of water when you're growing a lot of crops. Since we're starting a farm, we've got a lot of stuff. Let me see, I don't know if the internet's messing up a little. But yeah, Save is their online store. Yeah, we got handmade cutting boards that we make from the land. Plastic's annoying because it'll stay up because of that. I need to put it on the other side. It's got super windy today. It got super windy, and you see the calendula is blooming. We hadn't even moved it yet, and it reached its roots into the ground. But so they're really dry. In the high tunnel, it can get hot really fast. And since they're in containers, they can dry out really quickly. Nobody can cut my water off because I produce it myself. Nobody can cut our electricity off because we get it from the sun. The only one that can do that is God. So we're dependent on the rain. We depend on the rain to get our water. So we have to manage our water. If we go through a drought, we don't have as much water. Most people, they turn on their tap water, they don't have to think about where their water comes from. They don't know what's in their water. So when you live off grid, it's a different mindset. You have to manage your water, you have to know how much water you're using. You got to know how much water it takes to grow these crops. So it's a learning experience for us because this will be the first time we've ever grown this much watermelon, let alone off the grid. And so a lot of people don't realize you have to do stuff differently. And so people don't realize you have to do stuff differently, living off the grid, because you got to manage your resources. So these are peanuts. So far we got, I'm trying to remember, I don't even know. We're gonna try to plant around 300 to 400 peanuts. So hopefully they'll sprout. Planted these yesterday. I think the okra is starting to sprout. So we had about 200 okra plants. I'll probably be planting about 300 to 400 peanut plants if they come up. This is my first time planting peanuts. And so I'll show y'all my favorite crop to grow, which is what we're growing most of, or at least we're gonna try to. But it's all dependent on God, and it's all dependent on the rain and the water and the climate, because we're dependent on that. And so this is all watermelon. This is probably about 200 watermelon plants. And so this is it's a crimson sweet, and it's a yellow meat watermelon. So the inside of the watermelon is yellow, it's not red. So this is my favorite watermelon. I'll do the mist. Try to mist them, they're still young. And so I had planted some previously. We would have had them bigger, but I think rabbits ate them as soon as they came up. So I had to sit them higher. But they're doing really good. This is a custom mix of soil that we made. And so I mixed some creek soil. We got a creek flowing through the land. I used the soil from that, mixed with some peat moss, and I used some horse manure. And I added perlite for drainage. And so it takes a lot of water. I think that's everything. So no, I gotta do that side. And so good. So I don't know why the live does that, but it'll cut out random. So I'm gonna cut the water off. You hear that noise? We got the AC going. So since it's pretty sunny, the AC I think is using, when I turned it on, it was using about 800 watts, but that's, as it cools the house down, it'll go down. And just have to maintain the temperature.
Got out, and I was trying to chase him, and then he ran back in. He went through the fence.
With
I
it on?
turned it off.
Oh. They seem alright in there?
He said what?
So they seem alright in there?
Yeah, they're just hot. They were all under the shade. They still got water, but they need more.
Yeah. So we also got sheep on the other side of the property. She's checked on them, but we got to bring them water too. So.
I need something to add.
Yeah. But yeah, I had to water the plant. I forgot to water it. It was dry in there. But yeah, so she said the sheep, whatever, they need some more water, so she's gonna get them water. So this is the amaranth. We got red and green amaranth. We're gonna use as greens. We can plant. It's a drought tolerant. Trying to plant drought tolerant plants. Or I say drought tolerant. They just don't need as much water once they're established. The way we're gonna harvest them though, they might need a little more because we'll be continuously cutting them. And so you just gotta mix it, a lot of different stuff. The herbs and flowers will be in the high tunnel. The watermelon, okra, peanuts, amaranth, tomatoes, corn, whatever else. Most of the vegetables will be outside. We got lemongrass, rosemary. We bought these from Walmart. So I'm gonna divide those up and to make multiple plants out of it. Let me grab this. But yeah, I love the watermelon. I love seeing them sprout up. So that's probably about 200 watermelon, or let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's maybe a little less than 200. Yeah, grab this. So it's kind of a mess right now because we got everything everywhere. Okay, so now I'm finally get started on it though. But yeah, we got 79 people watching. Hit the like button if you enjoy watching. Appreciate y'all's support. Everybody watching. Even if you don't want to support, we still appreciate you watching. But yeah, I said I see Farmer Brown Girl said, hey y'all. Marticus said, hey Nay. Yeah, Marticus was saying hey. Merrill Barnes said hello fam. Yeah, I'm like, how much do they have? I'll probably just bring them something later. Cause
I was looking, I was trying to see if we had a cap for the bucket. I saw a cap.
I think it's in the truck. I don't know if we ever took them out, but
I saw one out. I read it being 5 gallons instead of just 1 gallon.
yeah, how you gonna bring it over there?
5 gallons?
Yeah, you gonna walk it? I had to water these. I need this water.
I don't know. I was trying to see if I could strap the dowel maybe to the pipe.
Yeah, I guess. But let's see.
I know they're gonna need water soon.
Yeah, Farmer Brown Girl said, hey y'all, hey, what's up? Do you have groundwater in your area? There's groundwater. There's a shallow well I found that was dug or drilled sometime in the past. We had a well drilled. They went 310 feet deep, but it wasn't enough water deep down there for it to be reliable. But they did hit shallow water, and it's a shallow well already over there. But our neighbors, they only went like 100 feet and they hit water. So there's groundwater in the area, but it just depends on where you drill at. But say if you have a creek that goes through your land, you can make a really good water collection system that holds the water in the ground, and you get a good reservoir. Yeah, you're really saying a lot of stuff that you need to watch our videos, because we actually did a lot of the stuff you're saying. You can see the dam we built. Built a pretty nice dam to hold water, and so throughout the creek I'll be building a lot of cascading dams that will hold more water. But that's where we pump our water from, is the creek dam, and so it stores a lot of water. But with the creek, it's dependent on the rain, so it's like a rain collection, but it's a really big reservoir. And so you can see our previous videos. If you see our pond dam build, different stuff, you'll see where I worked on the creek. But yeah, so I'm gonna get started tilling. And we'll see. I gotta see how far out I might only be able to put a few rows of watermelon here. I'm trying to put in the low spot. It's more, it holds more water over in here. I might eventually build another retention pond pretty much behind those hay bales. If we keep getting runoff, I don't know. I gotta decide where I'm gonna direct all the water to. But each crop field, I want to have probably a retention pond next to it, like the one I built by the house, because every crop field I'm building or every one I'm setting up is within an area that's kind of almost like a floodplain. It's hard to tell on camera, but it slopes downward a little bit. And so same way with the sorghum field. In these areas also, the grass doesn't grow that well because the water was sitting. And so by directing the channels, I can create terraces and swales to hold the water in the crop rows. And so that's why I decided to put the crop fields where they're at, because we try to retain as much moisture. But yeah, I'm gonna get started on tilling. So we'll see. See if I can get y'all closer. So hopefully y'all still got connection. really nice, at least in this spot. It's pretty nice. I'm gonna get a tape measure. Hang on one second. I get a tape measure. I ended up just getting a small one. I was gonna get the bigger one. So if we space the watermelons 4 feet apart, we can fit probably 25 watermelons in this row. I'm pretty sure it was a 100-foot row when I measured it. So it's gonna make each one feet long. See how much we can fit. This is a really nice area. It's actually really nice. The texture is really good. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out too, because we got to plant the peanuts. And let's see. The peanuts need a soft soil. We got a lot more than I thought, so I don't know. We'll see if I can fit them over here too. But I'm gonna space the rows about probably 6 feet apart, and see exactly what that'll look like. So ran out of gas. So the roads, they're not straight. I'm trying to go along the kind of the contour of the land. It's kind of like an old, I think it's an old terrace. People may have grown peanuts over here at some point in time. Yeah, it'd be a good time to take a break. I don't know how much gas we got. I don't know if Nate's with the sheep or what, but spot in the shade. Look at the chat. Whew, yeah, it's a lot of work. I just see how much gas we got. They said can't wait to purchase produce from you guys. Yeah, we can't wait to start harvesting. Really hope it does well. It's really gonna be dependent on the weather. It's gonna be the biggest factor. Right now, it's been kind of perfect conditions for planting, so we're trying to get everything planted now while the conditions are good, because it's still humid, it's warm, it's good for warm season plants. It might be windy, but pretty soon everything's gonna start drying out. I don't know if y'all can hear me very well, but pretty soon everything's gonna be drying out, and so we're trying to get everything established. We want their roots to be established deep into the ground before it gets too hot. Because right now we can water them pretty easily while it's humid. We have water, and we have several different water sources right now. But we'll see how that goes in the summer. It'll be more limited. And so if we get everything established now, they won't need as much water later on. We won't be trying to establish them when it's super hot and dry. And so but it'll all be dependent on the weather. Right now it's practically almost June now, so we're right on the borderline of summer and spring. I see Grandma Love said hello from California. B said as kids we used to use garden hoe to make our own little row for carrots, and even get to sell to neighbors when they came to purchase produce from my grandparents. It was fun stuff then. Yeah, it's you don't see kids doing stuff like that nowadays. Most kids don't even know where their food comes from. They think it comes from Walmart. Actually, not even just kids. Most adults now. But it's because most people didn't grow up doing this. A lot of people don't know what it's like growing your own food and how good it is. There's a lot of stuff that I thought I didn't like tomatoes and stuff, that when I had it fresh off the farm, it tasted so good. I realized it's not good in the store. And so like even watermelon, I can't really eat store watermelon. After growing my own watermelon, it's like the only watermelon I can really eat now. But it's really good. And so I'm excited to see some of these new crops like the peanuts. That'll be my first time growing them. But I said Grandma always had the Farmer's Almanac books. Yeah, those are pretty cool. Using the seasons and the stars and stuff. That's kind of how we're trying to be. But we're getting there. See, DoorDash said I loved agricultural science in my high school. Yeah, I always liked ecology type stuff and agriculture. And so I've always really kind of wanted to do what I'm doing now. This Nate got the sheep some water, so I gotta get the charger. Get my phone charger. Camera. So yeah, let me get my charger so my phone doesn't die. If my phone dies, the live will be stuck in limbo. So I gotta get some more gas. Gotta keep the live going. See if it'll charge. All right, so I gotta see. I think we got some gas. See how much we got. Shouldn't need too much, hopefully. But I'm gonna try to do a lot of tilling today because we got a lot of plants we gotta move. We got a lot of plants started. Need to go out. Trying to pull this. Things y'all don't see with videos is moving the tripods around. This is probably about as far as I can get. Okay, so hopefully it stays charging. I know the neighbors are like, they blasting me. Alright, so hopefully it gets started back up with no issues. See how it does. It's got me nervous now. Dealing with it. So it looks like I'm able to fit 4 so far. I can probably fit another one on that side before I start hitting the tree roots. Let's see. Yeah, Nay.
I don't know. I guess I could put some watermelon.
Be nice. I'm trying to decide. I almost want to put the peanuts over here. The soil is real nice,
Yeah.
especially lower down there. If I can get rid of those stumps and stuff. But yeah. Woo-wee. I got 4 rows done. Try to do the 5th one. And I don't know how far I'm gonna keep going. I don't know if we should make it all watermelon or I was probably gonna leave room for other stuff.
Yeah. I got the watermelon, the amaranth.
I guess I might put okra back there. Yeah, the amaranth I wanted to put up here. I want to have
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll probably still put the peanuts back there, I guess. Let's see. I see somebody complaining. Let's see. Now somebody said buy the remote lawnmower. It cuts 3 acres easily. Yeah, that sounds expensive. But now we don't want to cut it. This is our forage for our animals. So the animals eat the grass. And they turn it into meat, so we wouldn't want to cut it. When we do mow, we mow some of the weeds, but we try to be selective with how we cut because we don't want to cut our forbs, our flowers, and our trees. There's a lot of persimmon, and we got mulberries and different stuff. So I like cutting it myself when I do, but usually the sheep will go out, they'll graze. They've been grazing this area for the past 1.5 years, almost 2 years. And so they've been adding manure and stuff. They add biology and fertility to the soil, which is nice.
Where'd you want to put the watermelon?
All these rows.
Start planting and start. I put my overalls.
Yeah. We had Charles Pugh say good afternoon, A&A. This is a beautiful good evening. Your farm is looking good. I'll share your video with friends. Is that okay? Watching from Pensacola, Florida. Yeah, you can share it with whoever. Trying to get watermelon planted back in here. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know if we're gonna mound them up as much or should be in the house. Right here. But yeah, it's pretty hot today. It might be almost, maybe with the Florida weather, maybe. It's 95 today as the high. Someone said, I miss the old channel style, shows work and A's engaging commentary to keep you watching. Yeah, it's just a live, so we can't make videos every day like people want them. But I just go live, so I can just do this live. Because as you see, I don't have time right now to be editing a video and uploading it to YouTube and all that stuff. So Nate's still making videos. She's usually the one that makes the videos. So that's why y'all don't see her all the time, because it takes a lot of time to edit videos and post it. But we just added lives as a part of our channel because we don't post every day. So if we're not posting, we can do a live so y'all can see. You don't have to watch the whole all day, multiple hours of the live. I wouldn't expect y'all to do that because that would be a lot. But we can't always keep things engaging and entertaining because this is our live. It's not really a TV show. So it's just whatever we're doing, really. So y'all see certain bits and clips and certain things on the videos, but yeah, it's just really kind of whatever we are able to post. But we still posting videos. Nate's still working on videos and stuff, but it just takes a lot of time, it takes effort, and we're trying to get stuff done. So are you staying hydrated when you come back to the camera? Yeah. I've been drinking water. I got to put more in the fridge, but been staying hydrated. I've been sweating a lot though. And so, but yeah, I know it might be boring for some people, but you can always do something productive. You could always do something else. You don't have to watch us if you are bored. It's good to get outside sometimes and do some things. But this is what we're trying to get done today. And so I'm trying to get these melons planted and hopefully with some rain in the next week or so. And when we get to it, we'll make other videos and stuff. We got a lot of footage we're trying to edit and post, but it's a lot of things we're doing all at once. It's just us two out here. So it's a lot that goes into it. But Nae's about to come out here. She's about to plant some of these watermelons. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna do trenches in them. So I probably won't go too much further out that way. There's still a lot of tree stumps from when I cleared the trees along the edge. And so we'll have to get rid of those before we go too far out. Plus I don't want to get too close to the trees. I'm gonna be competing with the trees. Yeah, Monica says the best way to be up to date as to what's going on. I remember when the people were complaining about y'all's videos being so far behind. It's happy medium. Yeah, exactly. We try to give y'all updates. I know it's not always going to be entertaining, but work isn't always fun, and that's just the reality of it. This is real life out here. This isn't a game. It's not a TV show. We're real people. We actually live out here, and this is our life. But yeah, it's nice because it keeps y'all updated. Because if I wasn't live right now, y'all would be back in probably January, honestly. It'd probably be winter videos or something. We've been trying to get up closer up to date so y'all know what's going on, but we do the live so y'all can see what's up to date, because the current video is still like early spring and all that stuff. So and there's a lot of things we just don't show because we just don't have the time to edit the videos and do it. My charger keeps in the camera. And but yeah, so like all that wiring in the house, putting up the drywall and all that stuff, I filmed it, but I haven't had time to make the videos because I'm usually busy doing stuff. But this keeps y'all up to date so y'all can see what's going on, because y'all wouldn't see none of this stuff without it, regardless of on how we upload it. But it takes hours. I mean, once you complete a video, it takes hours for the video to upload to YouTube. And so it's not easy even just uploading videos. See, Lisa said, good day, Zay, and you're looking good out there in the fields, and your fields are looking great. But I have a question. When I turn on my video, you were just starting to tear up a row or something. So yeah, I'm planting watermelon. Planting watermelon in these rows, and then I'm trying to decide how many to do. I might just do 5. I still want to plant other stuff in this area. I know I want to plant the amaranth for sure, probably. And I got to see how many peanuts I can fit over here. Because if I can't fit enough over here, I'm going to have to put them over here. But we'll see. But I for sure want to get a lot of watermelon. We got the okra sprouting up that we have to put. It said roll towards your camera. It looked like a black rubber piece. So if you're missing something from the dealer around your camera stand, yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, it was I think it was the dog toy. I don't know if it was this, but it's a chew toy for the puppies and stuff. I don't know if that's what you might be talking about, but yeah. But I don't know. So we'll see. We may get stuff planted, or we might just eat, take a break, and continue planting. But I don't know. Soil is really good. It's a lot less clay than I thought. I was scared it was going to be more clay over here. I know up there is clay somewhere, but soil is really good right here. That's why I want to put watermelon right here. And I don't know. I thought about okra up on the higher edge. I might put okra on the top ridge, but it's getting into our sumac trees. We got sumac trees, and these are plum trees. And then trying to let it grow as like a little thicket. Camera keeps moving, but I'm trying to get these. Can't even see the camera, but back in there somewhere, this thicket you see growing, those are all sumac trees which grow berries, and then plum trees. So we leave that thick. The sheep, they manage it when they graze through here. So I'll get my charger disconnected. But yeah, people always complain. It's kind of always people complaining. I mean, that's just how it is. Even the live, I mean, I don't have a microphone on me, so you might not always have the best quality audio and all that stuff. We're not in a studio. We're on 30 acres off the grid in Boley, Oklahoma. And so this is not a live studio or anything like that. So it's just the real deal, us out here in nature, in the middle of nowhere. If you look up Boley, Oklahoma, you see where it's at. This is why I can't go too far. I'm on the Wi-Fi. If I go too far, bring this over here. So probably end up ending it actually soon. Get something to eat before we plant. It's the peak heat right now, so probably take a break and get something to eat. Hadn't eaten nothing today. Usually I don't really eat. That's why I'm so skinny. But now I usually only eat like once a day.
Yeah, that's not me.
And they eat snacks. This is the okra we planted, so it's about, I'm trying to think, is this all the okra? It's more a minute. The other
That's
one's
the
over.
okra you planted. I planted the okra and these.
Oh, wait, no, that ain't okra, that's hibiscus.
Yeah, up the green one.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, this is hibiscus then. This is a tomato plant that it broke through the container and found its way through. But so these are all hibiscus. So it's like 144 hibiscus plants then, which is good. The hibiscus, I kind of forgot about these. These will go in the high tunnel. We'll plant these in the ground. It's a roselle hibiscus, so we'll be able to harvest the buds on it. We'll put it in our tea and stuff like that. It's gonna be really nice. This is my first time growing hibiscus as well. So if y'all saw me plant the seeds the other day, this is the hibiscus coming up. You see the seeds on it. Yeah, that's nice. And it's nice to see our soil mixes a good consistency. The okra she planted, I'm trying to think what she planted. Planted some purple whole peas too. And they put them in containers. I was gonna plant them directly in the ground, but she got the ones that were germinated and planted them early this morning. They're already coming up. But I was gonna put them directly in the ground, which those might go up here also, depending on how we put them. We're gonna have a lot of those, which that hopefully won't need too much water. And so these watermelon were all, I mean, just sprouting up. They grow pretty fast, and so I love seeing them. I don't know why the chat is not coming up. I don't know why the live is messing up. I think my sweat is dripping on my phone, messing up my screen. Let's see. Yeah, trying to stay hydrated, but I think I'm sweating more than I'm drinking. Yeah, see Beverly said hi, Zay, nay. Lisa said hip. Said drive on, young man, you're doing great. You're all doing a good job maintaining what you have so far. We're trying. It's a lot of work. And so that's what the lives, they show you. It's not as entertaining, but they show you the work that goes into it. But we're really behind though schedule. I want to get a lot of this stuff planted already. So every day I feel like I'm not doing enough. But people say I'm working hard and doing a lot, but I'm really not doing enough, honestly. Because I know I could do more. But yeah, we still got to get mulch on all the plants, which we're gonna do that once we get these other ones planted.
Get some water. I'm gonna see this in there. Let it dry.
Yeah, I think it'll end up dry.
I'm just gonna get it from here instead of the house.
And yeah, it's just easier getting water out the pond.
And it saves water.
But yeah, it saves the water at the house. We like using this for the crops, even if we have to walk it up there. I used the water hose earlier, but when we were just watering a few of them, and they about to slip in there.
Since it's not a lot, because most of them look still pretty.
Y'all see the frog? He didn't want to look at him swimming over there.
Yeah, I see his little head. Oh, his eyes.
And so frogs, people think they're nasty and all that stuff, and they are slimy and look nasty, but
That is hilarious.
look at him swim. He going to the other edge.
No, it's so funny.
And so there's a lot of baby frogs that if y'all saw the tadpoles, they grew up and they've been hopping around now. You'll see little tiny frogs swimming around, and it's pretty cool seeing them grow up because I had to put water in that trench every day when it was hot, and it was drying out every day at one point before the rains came back. And so had I not did that, those tadpoles would have been dead. And so it's nice to see them thriving now. The ground is still moist, even though it's really hot, it's humid, and the ground is still moist in the ground. That's why I'm trying to till it up now. Everything we do is seasonal. Everything we do is like, if you don't get it done, then you're too late. And so that's why I'm behind, because we're dependent on the weather. Let me see. But we're dependent on the weather, and like a lot of people don't understand that, because people who garden and all that, it's easy to turn the water faucet on when you're not thinking about where the water comes from, and it's just you don't really think about it. You're not thinking about how many gallons a watermelon is taking every day. Which you might think about it a little bit, because you might pay for the water. You might have a water bill if you're not on a water well. But at the end of the day, you're really not really thinking about how to manage your water conservatively, how to really manage your resources. When you're off grid, you really have to think about that. And so I don't even know if we'll be able to water all these plants in the summer, but we're gonna plant with faith and hope and pray that we get enough rain. See the sunflower, that's another plant that just kind of took over. We didn't plant it. And so you gotta manage all that. Yeah, we gotta get them in the ground because the plants dry out quick. They're getting big.
Yeah,
The calendula should have been in the ground. Like
yeah,
they can.
See, that one is grown.
Yeah, that one.
In the ground.
That one busted through the container.
Yeah. Look, there's another one.
Matter of fact, actually, I'm gonna see that. And so it's also insects on it, but it smells nice. And so we're growing the calendula. We're gonna make oils with the flowers. We'll be able to infuse the oils and stuff. But the calendula flowers are really good for skin and hair, and it can help heal like burns and wounds on your wounds and blemishes on your skin and stuff like that. So it feels really nice actually. It's like you can feel the medicine and it's kind of sticky. It reminds me of gum flower or gumweed, or like a gumweed flower. It's a native flower that also helps with burns. It's got the same type of consistency. You can feel it, the sap on your finger. But I keep sweating on my phone. It's messing up my thing. But yeah, it's pretty cool seeing them. We should have been moved them though, because they can handle the cold, so they could have been outside in the cold. We were gonna put them outside. I'm actually putting them in the high tunnel now because we're gonna put the shade cloth, and that'll protect them. But see, Lisa said you're doing great. You're a hardworking man, and you're doing more than enough. Yeah, we appreciate it. So you're right on time for this season. Yeah, we're kind of right on time. I just really wanted to be early, really. But no, we're right on time. Oklahoma, it's kind of loud to win. But in Oklahoma, it's just hard. We really need like a actual greenhouse. I'm gonna try to heat the high tunnels maybe next year, so we can be better prepared. But in Oklahoma, it fluctuates because it'll still be cold. It'll be too cold to plant your warm season plants in the early spring, but it's still too hot to really grow cool season plants. So you need a way to control the climate, which is where the high tunnels do come in handy. But it'd be nice if we could heat it at nighttime, because when the sun goes down, they can still get pretty cool, and they're not that insulated. But yeah, sit down in the shade. See, Annie Dixon said you're doing great. Marcus praying. Baby said you're doing more than enough. Yeah, we're trying. It's a lot of work though. And so everything in my head, I have a schedule in my head of how I want to get stuff done. A lot of people don't realize it. They think it's like, oh, you got a lot of, well, we got a lot of projects going, I guess. But in my head, I never really intended on completing the project at that time. Some things like with the lean-to, I needed to get it to a certain stage, but because I was behind on schedule on the lean-to, it really didn't matter too much for me to finish it because it was really going to be insulating our tanks, and the winter had already, the worst of it had passed, and it just wasn't really priority for me at the time. But We will be working on it. But even the house, a lot of people thought, I guess they thought we were gonna like just complete our house up front. I wish we had like $20,000 to build a house, but no, we don't. So it's gonna, I already intended on that taking time. But in my head, I have a schedule, like how I want to get stuff done. And yeah, we're right on time on a lot of stuff. Which the plants I like growing the most are the warm season plants. And so I put more focus into that. We wanted to grow some cool season crops, but we just couldn't really focus on them. And they planted some lettuce, and
Sheep ate it.
yeah, they would have done all right, but the sheep ate the lettuce because we didn't move them in time.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to move the sheep. I was trying to move them really like in the winter, but
Yeah.
um,
There's just too much going on.
yeah, there's always a lot going on. So, but I'm not gonna miss the watermelon. I'm not gonna miss this growing season because we didn't get to really grow much last year, and so I wanna for sure grow a lot this year. But yeah, still in my head, I have a lot more we need to get done. Like I want to get done. So it's a lot of work, but it's all with the weather. If I can plant everything now within the next few days, we're gonna get a rain hopefully at some point. Most likely, when was it, like a week? Next weekend?
Yeah. I think it's Friday. It's the highest. It's like 70%
Spider on my beard. But it's like you just press one thing and it does that. But yeah, I don't remember what I was saying. The live kept messing up, but yeah, if I can get everything planted the next few days, I still want to start a lot more sunflowers. I was planting them directly. I seen that armadillo. I think I know where he lives at.
Really?
Under that cedar tree over there, or he was digging something under there.
Did you see that there's
Oh
some
shoot!
slips?
Yeah.
At least on that one.
So we got sweet potatoes. These I didn't notice the slips.
I just noticed that just now.
So it looks like we might have some sweet potatoes.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, they've been in here for like
So long.
3-4 weeks now.
Yeah. Which they do. You said they take a while.
But yeah, it can take I think up to like 6 weeks sometime. It was a little, it wasn't really the best conditions we first put them in there, so it took a little longer. But yeah, so I was planting the sunflowers from seed directly in the ground, but I decided I'm gonna just start them myself and take care of them, and then I'm gonna move the plants out there because they do a lot better. Everything just does a lot better when I do it that way. I try to plant directly in the ground and it don't work out as well. But there's an armadillo that's been digging stuff up. If you look over the hay pile over there, he's been, wherever there's a hay pile, he digs, which in some ways he helps. He helps a lot because he eats pests, he eats insects and stuff. But he's been eating up our seeds too. He's been eating the sunflower seeds. He'll dig them up.
Yeah, it's annoying.
And so it's better to just start the plant directly. We just like a lot of the plants, like the peanuts. I definitely wouldn't bet to put that in the ground.
Which is funny because he appeared like a week ago. I haven't noticed him until a week ago.
Yeah, we hadn't noticed him
And
until.
then we started noticing the sunflowers disappearing once he showed up.
Yeah, that. But and we noticed him over there first. He started going to the hay piles. He's been eating the mushrooms too.
Yeah.
I think, and just different stuff. But we got more lemon balm coming up. This is a lemon balm that we had not. We meant to move this out,
Yeah,
and we
now
never
it's
did.
growing in the ground.
Yeah, so now it busted through. Like it's in a container, but we can't lift the container up because the roots busted through the container, and it's in the ground. So
That's why it's growing so nice.
yeah, that's why they're growing like that. You see, these ones are struggling because we hadn't moved them.
Yeah.
We really intended on taking these out. So that's what I mean by being behind. Like in my head, I'm like, I'm behind because these plants should have been taken out like months ago.
Yeah.
But
Same as the tomatoes. That's what they look like.
yeah, the tomatoes. These are the tomatoes. They just weak right now, which they've been struggling in the cold too. But I mean, they're still better than nothing though.
Yeah.
And each year we'll improve. We'll get better
Yeah.
with the timing. But
And be more organized.
Yeah.
More set up.
yeah, that's part of it. We're not fully set up as far as infrastructure, so it's just
Yeah.
doing this is not easy.
And the mess.
But I'll try to set a high bar. for myself. So,
But no, each year we improve. We improved from last year.
yeah, it's a lot better than what we did last year. Last year we didn't have nothing. We started stuff and then we just stopped watering it because we were scared we weren't gonna have enough water. But I wish we would have just grew a little bit of stuff. Which we did grow a lot of. That thing's full of sorghum. We did grow sorghum. So this is all basil. We got purple basil. I think it's Thai basil. And then this is sacred basil, which hadn't really come up. So I don't know why.
I don't know.
I can't wait for the peanuts though. The peanuts are gonna be really cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna probably have several hundred feet of peanuts. So that'll be something we probably will sell online if y'all like peanuts. I don't know what kind of flavors, but we'll probably roast them and season them and stuff,
Yeah.
or just salt them.
Yeah, I just like peanuts with salt.
Yeah, probably just salt. Oh wait, let me see that. That peanut was kind of sticking out, but
I like the seasoned one too. But
I didn't put them in there that good. Oh, wait, maybe they sprout.
yeah, it's nice to see all the water moving.
Another thing out here is I try to soak all the seeds first because it's easier. It's easier off the grid doing this way in containers. That's why we have so many containers. It's a mess, but it works. It works for us. Because if I were to plant these all out there from seed directly, they would be struggling. Animals be tearing them up, and I'd just be wasting seed.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happens to the lettuce.
Yeah, the lettuce.
And the kale and the everything. I planted kale, green onions, beets.
So yeah, she planted beets, green onions, lettuce, and
They
kale.
ate it all.
And it actually started. It would have did pretty good
yeah,
actually.
if we would have pinned them up, or if
But-
I would have fenced it off.
But because we didn't move the sheep quick enough or fence it off, it
They
the
ate
sheep
it.
ate. We just
Yeah,
let
they did.
let them
They
eat it
ate-
pretty
yeah,
much because
yeah.
it was better letting them. Oh, you think? Is there any more water?
Yeah.
We need to water those. Let me see that.
Oh, I should have wasn't.
No, I meant to water them earlier. But yeah, the calendula is nice. This might be. So we might have certain symbols as of our homestead or our farm, Humble Harvest homestead. Sorghum is definitely gonna be like our symbol.
Yeah, I love how sorghum looks.
But I like calendula too. Calendula is really cool.
Yeah.
So these are all kind of like just, I don't know. I say a symbol, but just a representation, I guess, of our homestead. Maybe we'll put on a logo. But nah.
Woo. Yeah, it is hot. The high is 95. It feels like 100 degrees.
Shockingly, it don't feel like 95 to me.
It feels so hot.
Cause that breeze.
Well, yeah, the wind helps a lot.
It's a breeze. It feels so good right now. The breeze hitting.
The sheep, though, the sheep were all under the cedar trees. They weren't even in the sun until I showed up.
But it's nice. Yeah, they're over there. Which we moved the sheep on the other end of the property. They're in the cedar tree area. They've been over there at least probably a week now, I think.
Yeah, and they've been doing.
Yeah,
good.
they're doing good. They're grazing good. We need to move them probably tomorrow.
Yeah,
So that's another thing. We got to keep moving the sheep now. We got them in the pen. We got them in the fence.
yeah.
We're letting them roam.
And it's hard with Abram because he's aggressive right now because it's mating season.
Yeah.
He almost rammed me
Yeah, it's
trying to
mating
get
season.
water to them.
And so if
really
you know
hard.
rams, they get crazy around mating season. And if you got a feed bucket, at least for Abram,
Oh yeah, he's knocked me over.
he'll try to get it. But so we had to make sure we for sure moved the sheep in time because we wouldn't have been able to plant anything
Exactly.
with them
They
busting
were
in.
going literally in the high tunnel.
Yeah, they were going in the high
and
tunnel.
The lambs would eat the stuff.
Yeah. They busted into the neighbor's garden,
Yeah.
and then they busted in the neighbor's chicken coop.
Yeah.
And
to
ate
get
the
their feed.
They busted in there and ate the chicken feed. Then I guess they was fighting their dog, Leo, Lil Blue. And so we need to lock them up anyway. They're just being bad, and they know what they be doing. But yeah, we're kind of on time, but it would be nice how we got that stuff done sooner. But yeah, I said time for you to go and eat. Yeah, everybody go eat. They better warm up the food. I see Marcus say how you thought about growing potatoes. We definitely want to grow a lot of potatoes. That's one of the main things. Well, we used to eat a lot. Now we don't eat that many because potatoes been kind of bad in the store.
Yeah, we're getting sick.
But
Traumatized.
they're just not good quality. But we definitely want to grow a lot of potatoes. We were too late to plant them this year. It got hot fast.
Hopefully we get some sweet potatoes.
But yeah, we're gonna have some sweet potatoes though, which is gonna be nice.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
Which yeah, I like sweet potatoes more.
Yeah, me too.
And it's a warm season crop. I don't know, I just do better growing warm season crops than the cool. The cool season in Oklahoma is like a short window. Oh dang, my phone. I don't know if it, oh no, I thought my phone died. Man, I can't even see it up there.
I don't know if it's over.
But yeah, I'm about to end the live here. My phone about to die anyway. See last of the comments. Growing peppers such as jalapeno pepper and peanuts, very tasty. I don't even know what we got. Sweet peppers. Our spicy peppers got kind of messed up. Boiled peanuts, Cajun flavor. Oh yeah, we'll definitely do probably a Cajun spicy. I would like a spicy one.
Yeah.
It'd be nice. I didn't think about boiled peanuts, and I live in Georgia. Everybody ate boiled peanuts.
I never tried a boiled peanut.
And I don't even know if I tried it. It looked nasty. I was like, I ain't eating it. It'd be in the gas stations. But Beverly said I like roasted peanuts. Marcus said I like roasted too. It'd be easier to make boiled peanuts, probably.
Yeah.
But I'd like to make a big oven we can cook stuff in. Growing potatoes in the bucket is very profitable, and I heard Chick-fil-A will give you their 5-gallon buckets for free. Yeah, we need to look into that. But my phone's on 3%. Appreciate y'all for watching, supporting. Get something to eat. Go inside. We got the AC running since the sun is shining. We got the solar working pretty good. So
Yeah, it feels great in here.
yeah, so we'll see y'all next time. See you guys are doing great.